Hello friends, Tanya here, and today I am playing with the March 2022 APG of the Month kit from Spellbinders. It is called Bella Ovalette, and there are 12 coordinating dies with this set. Look at all of those beautiful detailed dies that are included, and it's large enough to create a 5x7 or larger card. There are several elements in this die set, and most of them can work without each other, but creating detailed layers by adding different dies together, you're going to have so many options. There are 2 flowers and 2 dies that cut out leaves, and the leaves, you'll find that there are only 2 shapes of your leaves, but they do cut multiples. Here we've got the two largest dies. There's the solid ovalette and then the detailed one. And you could add the rectangle die to the center of that detailed one to add a beautiful frame. You can also use that rectangle die with the detail die, and you can add the center die cut that makes that a very fine detail frame also. The fallout piece from that, or if you just cut it without the other 2 pieces, layers nicely with this diamond detail for the very center of your layering details. And you can see how the scallops for each of those pieces lines up. Now, if you take the solid of die from this diamond piece and you add the detail, you get that piece. And if you add the oval, you get this beautiful, very fine detailed piece. And that oval would work nicely for a small sentiment right in the center. We have all of those beautiful layers, and now I'm going to show you the flowers. There's 2 different flowers. They each have a hole in the center. Say if you wanted to use a brad or something to hold those together. And then the leaves, cut out 2 different leaves. The tips of those lean in opposite directions, and they have some beautiful embossing on them. This flower has deep petals that come even further into the center. I took 2 die cuts of that large ovalette and die cut them from some heavy white cardstock and did a score line across the top and creased that well and then folded it. That way I have a shaped card very simply, and the edges all line up beautifully. I just glued that folded part over and stuck those together to create the card base. And then I pulled out the smooth line mix and match sentiments. I believe these were released in January, and they die cut all kinds of sentiments. Each of the words has at least 2 pieces, the first letter and then the body of the dies are separate. Next, I'm pulling out the Glimmer Edge Butterflies. I used this die and foiling set to make a pile of beautiful butterflies. I also used some pattern paper from the March 2022 card kit of the month. It had this beautiful floral background, and I layered that on some cardstock and die cut it with that center rectangle. I'm taking these 2 pieces, the card base and the beautiful detailed oval die that I die cut from some pearly or shimmery white cardstock, and I'm adhering that to the card base. I add my heavy block to add a little weight and let that adhere beautifully. My pattern paper has another layer of cardstock behind it to add a little extra body and depth to it. And I'm going to use my precision glue. This is the Barely Art Precision Glue. It has a very fine tip that works beautifully, and it's a very good glue. It has great hold with just a tiny bit of glue behind it. Now, the gold foil paper I'm using is the paper that comes in all of the card kits. You either get gold or silver, and I have quite the stash because I've been getting the card kits for several years now. Love it. I have to stop hoarding it. It is beautiful foil paper. I'm telling you, just use what you've got, and you can actually get packets of this gold foil paper now from the Spellbinders card shop. Amazing. I'm so glad. I actually had tried to find it before they started offering it in the shop because I figured if I knew I could get replacement foil paper, I would be more likely to use it. Do you do that too? Are you a bit of a hoarder in that respect? So I've adhered my sentiment to the front of the card, and we're nearly done. If you want to see how I made these foiled butterflies, stay tuned. I will have a video coming out very soon. It's recorded, it's edited. I just need to do the voiceover. That's all. And then I can publish that one too. So I added a little bit of coaster blank behind the butterfly, and I'm going to adhere these on my card front. They don't add a lot of dimension, but enough. So I just wanted that extra beautifulness. I'm sorry, butterflies should feel like they're floating off the card front. They just should. I do really enjoy having my clear block over the top to add that extra weight while I'm deciding how to place things, because the clear block allows you to place things over the top of it and test it out. There is my completed card. You can see that it lays totally flat. It'll fit into an envelope for a 5x7 card beautifully. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making this card. If you did, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, do that now. If you're interested in any of the product I used today, check out the description box below. And here are a couple more videos I thought you might enjoy. Until next time, bye-bye.